So let's go over week 3 in the NFL. I had a record of 9-7, giving me a 28-20 record over the course of the season. So right now, I've either been right at 500 or above. So we're good. New York at San Fran. I'm starting to think something's up. San Fran went 30 points, 30 points, 30 points. Something's got to be up, right? Like, if they score 30 points again in week 4, we got to start asking questions here. It's versus the Giants, and there was never a doubt for that game. Tennessee at Cleveland. I did take Tennessee, thinking that Cleveland without Nick Chubb wasn't going to do much. So much for that. Tennessee's a little bit of a mess. Ryan Tannehill's probably done. They're going to end up next year. They're going to end up going with either Will Levis or Malik Willis, in my opinion. Atlanta at Detroit. I took Detroit and I changed my mind. I could have had that. Oh well. It was offset by New Orleans at Green Bay, where I took New Orleans and then changed it to Green Bay. So, had I stayed with Detroit, had I stayed with New Orleans, it would have ended up the same. Good comeback by Jordan Love. And, he's doing fine, replacing Aaron. And we'll have to see. Though this comeback, it was a little bit because of Derek Carr's injury. Because if Derek Carr doesn't get injured, the Saints, they may still, score some points. Like, Jameis came in, and I heard he did okay. Denver at Miami. Is that an appropriate response? I said Miami was going to win. And I thought they were going to win big. I said, if Miami wins 45-42, at least Russ put up a fight. And I think Sean Payton could have lived with that, but I said I didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, that didn't happen. 70-20. I didn't think the defense was that bad. Chargers at Vikings. I did take the Chargers in this game. Unfortunately, Mike Williams tore his ACL, so he's out for the year. By the way, Nick Chubb with the Cleveland game. He only tore his MCL. So it's not a career ender, but it is still a season ender. And I think they said recovery is 6 to 8 months, so we'll see him back next season healthy. So Mike Williams tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the year. That fourth down call, that's a bit boggling. New England at New York. Yeah. Until the Jets improve, I'm going to be calling them the New Jersey Jets. They signed Trevor Siemian for what it's worth. Let's see. Had they done this when the day after Aaron Rodgers got hurt, Trevor might be ready to play now. He might have been ready to play. But you waited. And now you got to wait for him to come up in the system. And then you're, starting him mid-season when you have maybe 2 wins on your record? You waited too long, Jets. And Zach, he ain't it. He's not. Patriots took the game like I thought they would. Buffalo at Washington. Buffalo took this game like I thought they would, but oh my God. Getting 9 sacks like they did. 4 interceptions, a fumble recovery, a touchdown. Their defense went off. Houston at Jacksonville. I thought Jacksonville was going to win this game. I was wrong. man, after winning week 1, they're not the same Jacksonville. Something's off. Whatever it is. Indy at Baltimore. I will gladly be wrong about this because this allowed the Steelers, we'll get into that later, to be tied for first place in the AFC North. I heard about a foul that was not called and should have been called. Was it PI? And maybe there was something else I don't remember, like in regulation. Didn't watch the game. Carolina at Seattle. I did take Seattle in this game. Carolina put up more of a fight than I thought they would. Without Bryce Young, because this was Andy Dalton playing. Chicago at Kansas City. Kansas City wins. The defense did not do much. I think this was another where I said I didn't think they were going to do much, but because the defensive coordinator resigned, and sometimes when the head coach gets fired, the team rallies around that head coach. So who knows what would happen with Eberflus calling the defense, and this happened. So, also, I mean, good for you, Travis Kelce, on dating Taylor Swift. You're a very lucky man. Dallas at Arizona. This might have been the most shocking game of the week. Just the fact that, by the way, Trevon Diggs tore an ACL on Thursday's practice. So when I recorded the video predicting the game, no way. That was before Diggs even tore his ACL, so there's obviously no way I would have known that. I don't think I would have factored that in too much. I probably wouldn't have changed my decision on going with Dallas here. But, man, I really thought that was going to be 3-0. Dallas has to rise above it. They do. They need to find out what went wrong and how they're going to fix it. Pittsburgh at Vegas. I did take Vegas just as a fuck you, Matt Canada. I gotta give credit where credit is due. Some of the play calls were actually kind of good. And in fact, there was a play call the Raiders ran, and it was for Devontae. And it went incomplete. The Steelers, the next drive, ran that same play and completed it to George Pickens. So I am very happy about the win. I will take it. And, I mean, the Steelers, here's a sad stat, is that the Steelers on 29% of their run plays are going for 0 yards or fewer. Basically, if they run 4 times, it's more likely than not that one of those runs either went for no or negative yardage. So there is definitely a problem somewhere. And some of the play calls are still bad. That's on Matt Canada. Kenny played a bit better. But the Steelers really have to figure it out. Philly at Tampa. Philly won this game. I said they would. And Tampa. You had to face a real team this week. Oh, man. Philly, they are on that next level where Dallas just isn't able to find themselves. I do know I said Mike Evans would go off in this game because Philly, for some reason, has a tendency to not stop wide receivers. So, I do know he had an insane, and I mean insane, one-handed catch. And I'm actually going to go find him on fantasy right here. And his stat line was 5 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. So he didn't go off like I thought he would, but he did have an insane one-handed catch. LA Rams at Bengals. LA Rams at Bengals. Bengals did pull off this win. Joe Burrow, he was an iffy to play with re-aggravating his calf. And he said that he was more afraid of being 0-3 than making his calf even worse. So, I mean, respect to Joe Burrow on playing through that injury. And while, yes, it could easily get worse, it will also, over time, most likely get better. And a doctor did say, it was an NFL doctor. I don't remember, God, where did I hear it? It might have been, it's on like, Get Up or some kind of show from ESPN or Fox Sports, whatever. But they said that they talked to an NFL doctor, and the doctor said that it's highly unlikely. They didn't rule out the possibility because anything's possible. But they didn't rule out they said it's highly unlikely that Joe Burrow playing with his injured calf will lead to an Achilles injury. That is what they said. So as long as, I guess, the worst doesn't happen for Cincinnati, then Joe Burrow should be fine. So that's just something I got to watch out for in the AFC North for the Steelers. So that is it. 9-7. We are continuing to get more wins or more correct picks than incorrect picks. And it's going to be interesting. So if you guys did enjoy this video, do me a favor and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also turn notifications on so then you know when these videos are coming out. I'll see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.